Three guys. Everybody pay attention. 1, 2, 3.
I was teaching at John Cho High School. I got fired the first year. And the reason I got fired the first year was that opened the door, so I came to City College and started teaching one class in Asian American Studies. The class I was teaching was Asian American 1. And I have to actually credit my wife, Ling. She's sitting over there. She was teaching a Chinese class here part-time. After 8 years, I was, I guess, lucky enough to get a full-time position. And when I went to, after the final interview, that was supposed to go with the president and the dean of instruction, at that time they asked me, like, how did I feel about Asian American Studies? And so, without really thinking, I just blurted out, that's my baby. When I got the full-time position, my brother here, he's right there. Well, stand up or raise your hand. We set up a foundation account and took the money and started hosting events. So that first one, the Asian Cultural Village, we did it kind of like on a weekend type of thing. It evolved. We had a celebration of martial arts, and I decided, let's put everything together. And that became Asian Fest. And I feel it's really important for everybody to kind of like just feel positive about their ethnic identity, whatever it is. I wanted to dedicate the evening to my parents who have passed away. And so I was thinking about things that they have given me. So let me explain what the 3 things that I want to talk about. They gave me opportunities. How did they give me opportunity? They allowed me to go to college. Second thing, they gave me freedom. They gave me freedom to pursue what you decide you want to do. And the third thing I want to mention is pride. They gave me pride in being a Cho. They gave me pride in being Chinese. They're basically Chinese in a non-Chinese land. So it's not like an arrogant pride, it's being comfortable with who you are. But my real job is just to teach. So everything else is extra. So thank you for that. Zhonghua is like Chinese martial arts club. That's why I initially named it. Later on I changed it to John Cho's Kung Fu. Okay? And so the top sign on the right is written by my dad. So my dad wrote that. I printed 2 characters at the bottom. So okay. And the Great Star Theater is a theater in Chinatown. We used to live right across the street from the Great Star Theater. You know, our apartments faced across. And so I guess they use it for performing arts now. Why do I put the Great Star Theater? My parents moved into the valley when I was about 5 years old, you know. So we came in the valley, but periodically they would go back to San Francisco to visit and so forth. And when they visit, you know, they basically go visit people's talk. If we had time, we would go watch Kung Fu movies. So I thought, oh, you know what I mean? In other words, kind of like sticks in my mind type of thing, identity-wise. So I started taking Kung Fu lessons. That's me on the bottom left, that's my brother on the bottom right, at Fresno State. Okay? So studied with him, and that's a picture of me in the middle. Like, you know I can't kick like that now. Like this side. Age plays a factor. Okay. Seated in the middle, that's Mr. Sun Ma Wei. He was Mr. Lin's instructor, so I went and studied with him during summer, and then the following year I stayed in Taiwan for about a year. But actually, again, that's where I met my wife, so Kung Fu influenced me, who I married. Okay, at the Confucius School, at the CCBA building, but the building's been sold, so I think it's a mosque now, so I'm pretty sure the painting of Confucius is not there anymore. But we used to go and have classes like every Sunday morning. So we Doug Yang and Reggie Lamborn, they were my first 2 black belts at the Kung Fu school. And so I think the test was super long. You know, it's easier now because I've aged. The reason I started at Kung Fu school, those 2 trophies. Damo Wang, he had kind of like an international Chinese martial arts tournament, and we went up to compete. Okay, they had students from East Coast, from Baltimore, Anthony Bo, Tai Yim. They had John Funk from Canada, Vancouver, Canada. They had some people from Asia, I'm not really sure. There was an instructor from Brazil. Okay. So what happened at this tournament, Big Trouble in Little China. Have you seen that movie? I haven't seen it. People seen it, I haven't seen it. But supposedly, there's a scene in that film, that actor is Carter Wong. Okay? Carter Wong was making a lot of movies. You know, like when I was in Taiwan, you see his face on Big Boy. Okay. So, anyway, what happened at the tournament, we entered the advanced sparring for Hong Kong, and it was by weight. So I can't recall how many people, but I'm sure there's more than 10 competitors. Okay? So what happened is Hong got into the finals. And so we fought that evening in the finals, you know, it's kind of like tournament-wise. And so it was like this. It was on the stage. Okay? So Hong's sitting here, and I'm behind Hong. Hong, you probably don't remember. Okay, Carter Wong was there. That was not Carter Wong's student. Carter Wong's student was the instructor for the other guy. But we lost, but it's okay. Because afterwards, you know, Carter Wong, you know, rushes over, shakes hands, so wow, okay. On this picture on the right, Kai Bang. Our style is Shaolin Long Fist. If you guys look at the book, it's written by Dr. Yang Chungming. His student in the book, Jeffrey Fong. In other words, he's a white guy. So anyway, he was the judge for the advanced northern styles. They divided into northern and southern styles. Kai took 2nd place. I think the competitors at least 6. So when I came back to Fresno, Harvey's thinking, wow, we did pretty good. We only practiced once a week, but you got 2nd place here, and 2nd place there. So that's why we're in school. So this is for my wife. It's kind of like a statue of Namo. Supposedly he's the one that brought martial arts, Indian monk, to China. And when my sister-in-law, my wife's sister went back to Taiwan, from Taiwan. My dad says, buy these flags for different people and different things. So on this one, it has my brother's name. Well, you can't see it. I can't. In Mandarin, it says, Wushu Ting Na. What it means like martial arts at kind of like a high level. So there's something that we can aspire to. Okay, my dad made the drum stand. We've painted it, we've changed the wheels, but basically he cut it circular, so the drum fits into it. They have it today. It's still good after 30 years. Okay, dance in the community. We've been doing lion dance in the community for a long time. Kickboxing, I guess it's something for me to brag about, like a little bit. So about a month ago, we were at Golden Harbor ordering the food with Lynn and Reggie. And so conversation-wise, I asked them, what do you think I'm most proud of? Lynn, do you remember what you said?
The belts?
I said, no, it's not the belts. We got it. What I'm most proud of, and the kickboxers are here, that we're competitive in Muay Thai. We are not a Muay Thai school. We're just a flat-out Kung Fu school. But so the idea is like, if you're flexible, you could adapt, you could learn things. I would say for the last 10 amateur fights, I think we have a winning record. It's either 6-4 or 7-3. That's winning. Good enough. The picture on the top right is ST heard. So ST is telling them the story, and maybe part of it's made up, but he said when he came to our school that basically I told him, if you want to fight, I train you. If you don't, go somewhere else. Something like that. That's what he said. But I really don't think that way. If people come train, like, we need the money, so please. So the Hmong American community, Yim was pretty famous. We were not his first instructor, because he trained with Leonard Bracey, and later he trained with Matt Smith at Pacific Martial Arts in Japanese Ohio. But I think we helped him with the belts. I think 2 are ITF belts, and 1 is ISKA belt. Kale was my brother's student in karate. So he asked, can I train kickboxing? Okay, so we trained kickboxing. But I would say he won the IKF belt. Tony, stand up. The best amateur super heavyweight in LA, beat by a kid from Fresno. I think that's big. Our school, Cho John Cho's Kung Fu School. I'm really happy that Reggie and Lynn are in their school. Okay, so they picked the name Long Fist Association. I said already, thank you very much for being part of our school. Thank you very much for winning these belts. And you have to put it on the wall for 25 years. So, thank you. Hong is our first kickboxer, and like I said, we're very proud of you, so thank you very much. Here's a plaque that we had on the wall for Tony, for helping out the kickboxer. These focus mitts, I want to give to Teddy. Teddy, focus mitts are yours. I've had these focus mitts for about 25 years. We used this when we were helping with Hong. Teddy is one of my favorite kickboxers. I was thinking, why should I say he's the favorite kickboxer? Because his record is not so good. But that doesn't matter. He's my favorite kickboxer because he's very technical, and I sort of consider myself along that same line, technical. And in addition to that, he's very respectful. I really appreciate that, Teddy. How many years have you been at school? It's like 15 years or something?
2005.
Oh, okay, close to 15 years. Were you in high school then?
I just finished high school.
Okay, so he's been around with us for a long time, so I appreciate being part of our team. Alfredo, he's our latest kickboxer. We might fight again this year, coming up. I just gave him my hat. my excuse for everything is, you know what it used to be? I'm 60. But I can't use that anymore because I'm almost 70.
So here they are on the stage dancing, and Dancing Queen is playing, right? Because if anyone has ever been to the Celebration Night show, and I know many of you have, John had the whole soundtrack, right? And very often, right, he would end up writing these 15, 20-minute plays in a matter of 2 days. Having that ability and that skill to bring things out of people and to get people to do things they might not normally do. I'm pretty sure that the only person in the world that could have ever gotten Bruce Hill to stand up with a broom in his hand and rap. And if any of you were at that Celebration Night show, then you know what I'm talking about. If anyone could have gotten Bruce up on a stage to rap, it was John Cho. And so I know for many of us here, we have that same story of Mr. Cho inspiring us to do things that we would not have normally done, and of getting us involved in things that we might not normally have been involved in, but are so happy and blessed to have been a part of.
And there was a time that we got a phone call from Mao Wong up in San Francisco, and he had a television show that was syndicated around like the United States and I guess Hong Kong, things like to Cantonese-speaking populations. It was called Kung Fu Theater. And he invited us to come up and be on the show. So, of course, Sifu was worried, what if I don't know what to say, Debbie? And I said, oh, don't worry, Tap Mao Wong will guide you. He'll ask you questions, and, you just answer it. So we get up there, I think Tap Mao Wong asked one question, and Sifu just rolled for like 20 minutes. That is what inspired me to create my TV show called Martial Arts Mania. Of course, Sifu was one of my best guests. We did a superb show about Chinese New Year. It's taken me places I otherwise probably wouldn't have been able to go. So.
Good evening, my name is Reggie Lamborn. I like long walks on the beach. I've known Sifu since I was 11 years old, and I'm 40 now. I guess you could say he's like a father figure to me. Kung Fu school. That's where I met him. He had black hair. Jet black hair. Unnaturally jet black hair. Black hair that came from a bottle. Nonetheless, of course I looked up to him, only because I was 11 years old. He was probably 40 then, I don't know. It's like, imagine a scene here where you have Sifu John Cho and me, younger, 20 years younger. And Sifu has orange hair and fake tattoos and a vest. The master became, the victim because I flipped it on him. I said, you wouldn't it be cool if you dressed up for Halloween? What if like you showed up like with dyed hair and tattoos, totally like flipped the script. And I played it up so well that you did it. We looked like a bunch of Hong Kong street gang members, And Sifu was like the muscle and I was the looks. But now Sifu is an AARP and I'm on a diet.
Today I cried because I heard Sifu has left the classroom. That night, I paced the classroom alone, punching at walls, kicking at shadows, because I heard Sifu has left the classroom. In the morning, I dried my tears with my gi, damp with sweat, and I remembered his teachings, and I understood my error. Endings are only beginnings in disguise, and I was no longer sad. You see, even though Sifu has left the classroom, his teachings remain written in the pages of our hearts forever. Thank you, John Cho.